Hello there, everyone. How are we doing today? So, as promised in my daily millionaire news right there at the end, I told you that I was going to likely do another live stream, this time specifically focused on the Bay Area housing market. I've put out several videos, probably one every 3 or 4 months, where I talk about Bay Area housing. It's where I was raised, went to college, never left, right? It's kind of, I remember when Sunnyvale was surrounded by cherry orchards, for example, and now it's just housing tract after housing tract. So it's home to me, and I'm very thankful that we got a home in the '90s because I could not afford to live here today. It is ridiculously expensive. And that really has been my talk track about the Bay Area the last year or so, is I believe we have been unaffordable. I believe we have been inflated because of IPOs and RSUs and options and all of that. It's not a place where you really can come in and live on an average salary and, own a home. And that's unfortunate. I do believe that we are set up in the Bay Area to have, I think we're going to have a significant hit to transactions, and we're going to have a significant hit to value or price. So let me explain my thinkings. First off, let's talk about transactions, because I believe transactions are going to ripple over to value or price. If you don't know, Santa Clara County yesterday, I believe it was yesterday. I saw the video yesterday. It could have been, I think it was yesterday afternoon. They issued the first order law saying that they are prohibiting gatherings of 1,000 people or more. So this is Santa Clara County. So immediately, if you don't know where the San Jose Sharks play, they play in Santa Clara County. So they have 3 home games in March, because the order is through the end of March, I believe. Yeah, I think it's through the end of March. So they are very likely to play games in front of no fans, which has got to be eerie as a professional athlete, right? They do have options. They could move the game out of Santa Clara County. In theory, they could take it to Sacramento. They could take it to San Francisco. They could take it to LA. They could take it out of the county because, again, it's Santa Clara County, not San Francisco, for example. That's a problem. The San Jose Earthquakes, which is a professional soccer team, I believe, has a home game. I believe the NCAA tournament is going to be impacted. I think there's games at Stanford here coming up. So Santa Clara County has issued an order saying no gatherings of 1,000 people or more. That is not only going to be a sight to see, and it's going to be a hit to our psyche. It is getting worse, right? Santa Clara County seems to have a growing infection rate, or maybe not rate, but a growing infection count. Count's a better word. Sorry. We did have that lady in her 60s pass away. She caught it in the community because she had no travel or other known connections, so it's pretty scary. So again, no gatherings over 1,000 people. So how does that impact real estate and real estate transactions? Well, it's going to hit the psyche, right? Consumers who are signing up for buying a house need to have confidence, right? In the Bay Area, you are most often signing $1 million plus mortgage. You don't do that lightly, right? This is not some used car you're buying for $4,000. This is a huge nut. And oh, by the way, you're signing up for property taxes that are probably $20,000 a year. You're not going to do that if you don't have confidence. So Santa Clara County issuing this order, canceling gatherings of 1,000 or more, is going to hit the consumer psyche. It is going to cause people to go, this might be worse than I thought. And we are going to have more hoarding, More people going to Costco and other places buying bottled water and toilet paper and all that stuff. It's going to happen. So that's one thing. You're going to have less buyers. The other thing that is not talked about enough is if you don't have to sell, you're not going to list your house, right? The part of a real estate transaction is you have to have a listing and a buyer. So I've already talked about the buyers not signing up for ridiculous mortgages. But how many of you would want to list your house and let just Joe Schmo walk through during an open house, right? Where your kids are and you are. And there are going to be so many people that go, you know what? I'm going to wait to list my home till the summer. There will be people taking their housing off the market. There are, I'm going to button down, see what's happening. There are going to be a lot less listings in the Santa Clara County. And, we're kind of doing it to ourselves. Right or wrong, it's not a judgment. It's just we are, and just the next domino to fall. So you need to realize that not only are buyers going to be hesitant, but your listings are going to drop. So what happens, right? If you have less listings and you have less buyers, what's left? Well, you have truly motivated sellers, right? There are people that are going to lose their job that have to sell. You are going to have divorces. You're going to have job transfers. You're going to have death. What is left in the Santa Clara MLS very soon, probably by the end of March, is going to be motivated sellers. And I remember when motivated sellers dominated the multiple listing service in 2010 because the buyers were scared. It was easy to get price discounts. It was not a normal market. We are heading into a non-normal market in the Santa Clara County. And that means the only stuff that gets listed is the stuff that has to sell. And that is why I think transactions are going to go down, right? Buyers disappear, sellers disappear, motivated sellers left. And that fact goes over to prices. When all you're left to sell, to transact, is motivated sellers, simple math, tells you that the average price is going to fall. Because motivated sellers take discounts. They are often not the cleanest properties, so they will fall. Santa Clara County is going to artificially drop the value because they report on actual closings and actual sales that the value of Santa Clara County real estate fell. Now, will that hold long term? No opinion. I'm just telling you between now and July 1st, I believe the only people that are going to sell have to sell. Motivated sellers typically take less price. So at this point, wait till the summer, see if it gets better and move on. So in the end, I think, again, this video or this live stream is about Bay Area housing. And I unfortunately think if on top of this we get layoffs from tech companies, which I think will come, you could see a spiraling downward in price. If we get a doubling in Bay Area unemployment, you're really going to see real estate accelerate down because one of the motivated sellers is an unemployed tech worker. Because we have crazy mortgages, 7-figure mortgages. We have crazy property taxes, crazy cost of living. And if you don't have a job, you don't have those RSUs coming in to help support your daily life. Most tech workers live paycheck to paycheck. Yes, they may have a high income, but it's gone. It is stupid priced here. That's why you see people leaving, going to Texas and Colorado and Nevada, because you get a better quality of life. And I think if this downturn builds on itself, we could see mass exodus from the Bay Area. Because why live here when you can go to another state? Your income's in half, but quality of life is just better. So I wish I had better news. I do think this will be a blip. long term, if your horizon is long term. But if you have to sell in the short term, I think it's bad timing, right? Because again, I think buyers are going to disappear. Sellers don't want to let people in their house, and motivated sellers are going to be the only ones that are left. So price discovery is going to be hard. Flippers, you're going to be in trouble, right? You got hard money loans, you got high debt service. Your buyers are gone, right? You're selling the prettiest, most beautiful house in a market where buyers don't show up. It's going to suck. So that's what I have to say about Bay Area housing. I get asked almost every day what my thoughts are. So I will point people to this video. And at the end of the day, have a wonderful day and take care. Bye.